A little while ago, I filmed a video called Full Face of Decluttered Makeup, and I went through my big decluttered stash from later on in December, and I put it to the test one more time. Do I regret decluttering these products? Am I really, really thankful that I have made that leap and decluttered them? And to be honest, that video really showed me a lot of things. That video really made me grateful that I had decluttered those things, which I never thought I would say, because there were a few really good products in that video, and I was like, wow, I'm so grateful that I've done this video. So some of you did say that because my declutter series was such a big declutter, why don't I do a part 2? So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I've got another box of new decluttered makeup that I did not try in last video, and I'm going to put it to the test one more time and see if there's anything that I decluttered that I regret or that I miss. I don't know if there will be. I don't know. I really don't think so. I think I've done a really, really good job in decluttering these things, and I'm feeling good about it. But just before we do jump into the video, if you have not already, definitely like and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. I upload every single day here, and I love bright, fun, colourful makeup. I love project panning, get ready with me, all that fun kind of stuff. I am wearing my big fluffy hoodie for right now, just because I want to be cozy. You know, let's have a natter, let's be cozy, and at the end, I'll make myself look a little bit more presentable. But first, I'm going to clip my hair back as usual. I'm a lot less scared about this video. The first decluttered makeup get ready with me video, I was really scared about because, I don't know, I think I was just like dreading putting on makeup that I know I didn't really like, but this one I'm feeling a little bit more confident about. So I'm going to do base first and then move on to eyes. So we're going to start with a foundation. So I did declutter a few foundations. So today I'm going to be using my Miccilo foundation. This was sent to me in PR years and years and years ago, and I'm not decluttering this because I don't like the quality. I'm decluttering this because it is way too dark for me. So this is going to be interesting. I think this is going to be a blend down the neck kind of situation. I did get sent a few shades of this, and shade 1 was perfect. I loved it so much. However, this is shade 2, and as you can see, maybe, it is a little bit dark. Normally, I mix this in with a lighter foundation or a lighter concealer, but you know what? Today, I think I might just bite the bullet and just see. I don't know, is that a really bad plan? Probably. You can see the markings. I have been project panning this, but at the end of the day, I was just like hate panning it. I really didn't want to use it anymore, so I stopped project panning it. This looks very dark, but we're gonna go for it. I'm gonna pop it on and hope for the best. As I said, I really like the formula of this. It kind of almost self-sets, which is amazing. I love shade 1. Shade 2, not for me. Okay, let's do it. I'm hoping it's not too bad. And to be honest, if it's not too bad, I might even keep this and just use it on the regular, just like normally. But, I mean, right now, yeah, it's a little dark. I have a feeling this oxidizes as well. We'll see. I have had this for quite a while as well, so maybe it's not the best option to keep it. But it is super full coverage. It's like a mask on your face, and I love that because I do have quite problematic skin. I do have some acne, and I feel like it doesn't really sink into fine lines. It is a really nice formula, but as I said, the shade, not the best for me. But I don't know, right now it's looking all right. It's not looking too bad. Maybe I just like lied to myself. Who knows? I just have a feeling that the longer this sits on my skin, the darker it's gonna get, so just bear with. But I mean, you can see how smooth my skin is now with that foundation. It is blurred everything. It is like a miracle foundation. It is so good, and I don't know why no one talks about it, but I mean, okay. This could be a keeper. If this doesn't oxidize, I might actually keep this in my collection. Ooh, that didn't happen last video, and I was fully expecting it to. This might be the first thing we keep. And I'm just going to use my beauty blender just to make sure that it's all blended in properly. That's what I really love to do. I love to go in with a brush and then go in with a beauty blender just to make sure everything is blended to the best of its ability. Okay. You know what? It's not awful. It's not exact. You can kind of see my neck is quite light compared to my face. But you know what? It's not as bad as I thought it would be. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do concealer and powder off camera because I didn't actually declutter any other concealer and powders. I did declutter one of each, I think, and I used them last video. Actually, no, that's a lie because I have a cream product. I have a cream product. See, I nearly fell into the trap again, but I have a cream bronzer that I'm going to do before I conceal and powder. I did do a cream bronzer last video, but this is actually a different cream bronzer. This is my ShellWe concealer, and as you can see, it's a really nice brown bronzer shade for me. It is in the shade Deep Sand, and the reason I got rid of this is because I just don't gel well with cream products. This is so pigmented as well. I'm scared. Right, that's all I'm going to do. I think that's way too much. But I'm going to very quickly start blending it in. For me, I just find powders so much easier. This formula is quite dry, so it takes quite a lot to blend it into the skin. And I just feel like I could have done my whole face if I used a powder right now. But here I am, blending to death. I have the fear of it drying on my skin, and I just can't deal with that stress, to be honest. That's actually the nicest it's ever looked, but do I feel the need to keep it? No, because it still stresses me out. The thought of this like drying like this on my face is terrifying to me, and the fact that I have to sit here and keep blending it, it is not like a creamy formula. It doesn't blend in very well at all. Like, as you can see, I'm still going, keep going. And my hand hurts. My arm hurts from this. That's the forehead done. I could have done my powder bronzer by now, but that's okay. I'm gonna stop complaining. The foundation still looks okay, which I'm a little surprised about, but you know, okay. That might be too much. Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna go for it. Probably helps that because the foundation is a little bit darker than what I usually use, this might blend a little bit easier into the skin because it's not on a white base. The effect is nice. It's just too much work. Am I lazy? Yeah, probably. But like, I go to the gym. Maybe it's because I went to the gym last night that my arm hurts blending this. But like, your arm shouldn't hurt blending a concealer. Surely not. I just have products that work so much better for me. I'm not doing it. Okay, what do you think so far? Not awful, not too bad. As I said, like, this is okay. It works fine. It's just like, I can't be bothered. Can't be bothered with it. So now I'm going to go off camera, do my concealer and powder, come back, we can do the rest of the cheeks, the rest of the face. We've got some eyeshadows to play with. I'm really, really excited. So I'll see you in a sec. Okay, I'm back. I'm still baffled by this foundation, to be honest. This could be a really good filming foundation because sometimes I can look a bit washed out because I am so pale and I do have these studio lights with me. So I don't know, maybe this could be the first product of this series that is going to stay. And I know I don't have that much left of it, so my little Project Pan brain is ticking. So I just concealed and powdered, and now we're ready to move on to blush. So this blush is one that I've been clinging onto for dear life because I just think it's so cute. This is the Revolution Sweet Like a Peach blush palette, and I just love the colours in here so much. Do I ever use these shades? No, but I think they're so cute, and this was really, really hard for me to declutter. You know what? I might just dip into like all 4 shades and then use that. I don't know. But I remember when this came out and I hadn't seen any orange blushes at the drugstore, and I think this was like £4 or something like that. So I was like, you know what? Why not? Let's go and do it. And so this kind of kick-started my, not love, but more curiosity around orange blushes, because I don't really use this. Obviously, I decluttered it, but I've always wanted to be that girl, but I just never was. So you know what? Today, we're going orange. I think all of them mixed together are really cute, actually. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I'm liking it. That's cute. It's not like orange in your face, but it is just kind of like a natural flush with an orange hint in it. Could this be staying? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'll give like a bit of a roundup at the end, but again, I'm just gonna dip into all of them. I'll give a bit of a roundup at the end, my final thoughts and things like that, but right now, this is like cute. Oh no. I do have one orange blush, and I actually was so close to keeping this, and then I realised I had the Mimosa Sunrise and Sangria Sunset from Fenty, and that has a very similar orange blush to this. So that's why I ended up decluttering this, because of the Fenty blush that I already own. But I mean, this is really pretty. Would I ever like actually wear that though? Yeah, I think I would. Yeah, I think so. Oh no, I'm in a predicament now. I do like to blush my chin and the end of my nose as well, just because I think it looks cute. We could be keeping two things from this video. I do feel like the foundation is oxidized a little bit, but I don't know if that's because of the bronzer that we added or if it's because of the blush, but I do feel like I look darker than I am. I don't know. It's something I've noticed. So now we're going to move on to highlight, and this is a formula that I've not really been keen on recently. But this is the Odens Eye highlight formula, and recently Odens Eye have been doing super like intense, almost like indie eyeshadow highlight formulas, and for me, it's a lot. So I have this shade to try out today. This is Gentle Firefly, and I mean, it's stunning. Like, as an eyeshadow, this is so beautiful. It's like a pink to green almost. You can see that shift there. But as a highlight, it's a lot. I'm going to use my finger to try and like blend it into it. Like, even look at that. Can you see that? That is like a lot. I only tapped in the tiniest amount, but I'm going to try and blend it in with my finger just because I have another duochrome highlight from Kimchi. And I found that if I blend it in with my finger, it kind of makes it look a bit less like piecey. But I mean, this is still looking very glittery. It's like that really chunky formula that I'm just not the biggest fan of. I prefer something a little bit smoother. I know they did do the smoother highlights a while ago, and I really wish they'd go back to that because this is just like a bit too intense. Like, as I said, this is like an eyeshadow, like chunky indie duochrome eyeshadow instead of a highlight, and I'm just like, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. I don't know if it's going to come across on camera like how much that is, but it's almost like, because it's glittery, it makes my skin look really porous, and it just makes my skin look like, I'm not a big fan of that. So yeah, that's not going to be returning, I don't think. It's a lot. She's a lot. She's vibrant. So I'm going to prime my eyes with my Urban Decay primer potion. This isn't being decluttered. This is just my everyday primer potion. So I'm going to use that. So the eyeshadow palette that I'm going to use today was, again, one that I really didn't think I was going to declutter, but then I duped it with something in my collection, which was pretty identical. This is the SheGlam Chromazone eyeshadow palette, and as you can see, it's a really nice greeny, grungy color story, and it's really, really pretty. However, I do have the Anastasia Subculture palette, and I did swatch these two palettes side by side, and honestly, they're identical. I really don't need two palettes that are exactly the same in my collection, especially when I don't use them anyway. If it was an identical color story that I used constantly all the time, maybe that would be a little bit different, but I don't tend to reach for these too much. So first off, I'm going to go with this yellow shade, and I'm going to pop that all the way through the crease, all on the lid, just go absolutely mental with it. I did do obviously an orange blush, so I definitely want a little bit more of a warm tone eye look. These shades are really nice and pigmented. However, I've said before, I don't really support SheGlam. People have asked me why I don't support SheGlam, and it's because it is a sister brand to Shein. Shein abuse their workers, they overwork them, they don't pay them anything, so it's the same with SheGlam. It will be the same. It's the same company. They're just really not an ethical company, and I really don't want to be giving my money and showcasing that on my channel. I have had a little bit of a journey with 100% cruelty free, and to me, cruelty free doesn't just mean testing on animals. It means human rights, it means being ethical and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of why the mini breakdown there. But I would definitely suggest doing like research on different makeup brands if you are interested in kind of ethical consumerism and things like that. I would definitely recommend, because there are some shady businesses out there. Okay, so that yellow's on. I never wear yellows, but I always like how they look on me. But I'm going to go in with this green now to deepen it up. I'm not going to be doing like an intense eye look. I'm just going to be doing something kind of basic today, for what I'm used to anyway. I'm going to use that green to deepen up this outer corner. This one doesn't seem to be going on as easy. I'm really having to build this up. I don't know if it's just layering. It doesn't really like layering, but we'll get there. I'll make it. I find that these colour stories, these like grungy, greeny colour stories, are almost like a fantasy self kind of thing, because I love the idea of them, but actually like using them, I just never do it. So I think it is a good idea that this did get the cut, because I've not used the Subculture since my declutter. Like, I can't remember the last time I used the Subculture, so why am I keeping two identical palettes? Makes no sense. Okay, so that's the blend done. I think they're the mattes that I'm going to use. Pretty simple. I am going to use this greeny gold shade. I love this shade. This is one shade that I might depot, because I don't think I have anything like this in my collection. I did compare it to Electric from the Subculture, and Electric is like a duochrome, but this one isn't. And it is so pretty. It's such a unique kind of shade. And that is that there. It is a shame, because I do love SheGlam's colour stories, but I just really don't want to use it. This palette was also in the running to be Pan That palette this year, and I unexpectedly ended up decluttering it, so that's definitely not happening. And I have quite a bit of fallout, so I'm going to try and take that off. Okay, now I think what I want to do is maybe use these two as wings. I'm going to do a bit of a test trial first on the back of my hand. Okay, so that's the black. It's a really pigmented black. Let's see if this blue goes on top of it well. That's what that looks like. Can you see? Maybe I'll do that. I'm a little bit worried about fallout, especially with a black eyeshadow. It is a little bit risky, but let's do it. I do just want to incorporate as many of these shades as I can, because it is like one last hurrah almost, so the more the merrier. Okay, so that's the black base done. I've just done a little wing. Sometimes I feel like if you go straight in with like a shimmer eyeshadow for a wing, it doesn't really show up very well. So I've just put a black base down so that it is nice and dark. So let's see how well this blue goes on top. Okay, it's going quite well. Here we go. And you know what? Not as much fallout as I was expecting, so even better. So let me catch up the other eye, and then we'll be good, I think. Okay, wings aren't even, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna use the inner corner shade, but you will never guess where in my inner corner. You're right Oh, I was gonna use this as a base. Damn it, I forgot. Oh well. I'm gonna pop that here. This is a really, really nice vibrant white. Oh, I like this look. This was a hard declutter, and a part of me wants it back because I really like this eye look. I'm gonna be strong. I'm gonna go off camera, do my lashes, and then we'll do lips together. Okay, so I ended up just using the taupe here in my brows because it works kind of well, and I did use a lip liner because the lip product we're going to use confuses me, to say the least. I did get sent this in PR, and of course I'm so grateful, but this is the Haggard Cosmetics Duo lip product, and I'm very confused because on one end it seems to be a more pigmented lip product, and then on the other end it seems to be a clear gloss, and you're meant to use these together to make like a perfect lip. To be honest, I've never found that. The more pigmented side, we're going to use this one first. We're going to pop it on. And it's not very pigmented. That's it. We're going to do another layer. But it dries almost like, I don't know. It's just really bizarre. It's like kind of sticky. And it tastes disgusting. It tastes so bad. Nope. So then we're going to put the clear one on. And here we go. This clear one isn't too bad. Oh, it's really minty though. Okay. So here we go. I know this is kind of like a C Beauty kind of thing. And I know they do very, very subtle lips. But for me, this just isn't something that I'm interested in. I'm interested in more like bullet pigmented lip products. This just isn't it. It tastes really weird as well. It's okay. It's kind of nice. It's okay. It's not something that I'm jumping for joy at though, so not a fan. So this one I think is going to stay decluttered. What else have I used today? There's products everywhere. My palette, as much as I love it, I think it's going to have to stay gone. I might depot a few of these shades. Like this blue is gorgeous. I've expanded the pan so much. They are so thin in this pan. It's kind of crazy. But I really love this eye look. I think it's so pretty. Yeah, this one, a few of the shades might be saved. The highlight is just too much. Like I'm hoping you can kind of see it. It's just glittery. It's not really my cup of tea. The foundation, it is kind of dark, isn't it? But you know what, for filming, I don't know, I'll have to edit this back and see how bad it is. I don't think it's too bad. This might be saved, you know. The bronzer is going. Really don't like that. What else have we used? The blush palette. Oh my gosh. It is so pretty. But I think it's going to go. It's going to stay gone. I'm going to stick to my guns. I'm going to be strong. And I'm going to say no. So there we go. I think these are all the products that I used today. I did have this to try. I was going to use this as a base, but honestly, like I hate this. So I'm kind of glad I forgot. We're going to leave that there. But this is it. I hope you enjoyed part 2 of Full Face of Decluttered makeup. I won't be able to do a part 3 because we're kind of running low right now. We're on rations. So this is the final part and I'm really happy that I did do this video. I hope you enjoyed it as well. If you did, you know the drill. Definitely like and subscribe and I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye bye.